I'm sorry. You were about to close when I came in, weren't you?
It's no big deal. Besides, it's been a long time. What kind of a guy would I be if I didn't give you a warm welcome?
Here you go.
Thanks.
So, are you an old friend of the Chief's or something?
That's right. But you probably came to see Genji, not me, am I right?
Is he doing well?
Well, pal, I wish I could tell you he is. But I'm afraid he's gone back to the Limitless Fortress.
The Chief is right. Gone on a recovery service job. You just missed each other.
The Limitless Fortress.
How far does this damn passage go on before something interesting happens? Someone's finally showed up, huh? Now then, what's gonna jump out at me?
I wonder what's happening behind those 6 doors. Shido! How did you get those wounds?
No time to explain. I need a doctor. And I need one fast.
Isn't that one of the enemy? And you're gonna help him?
Haruki Emishi, an old acquaintance of mine who goes by the name Fresh Blood Joker. He used to be a member of the Bolts way back when. He's an enemy now, but before he was one of my own.
Oh, Shido.
Well, Negotiator, what are you going to do now? This place is dangerous. You might want to come along with me.
You're right. I wonder if everyone else is okay.
Who knows? I can tell you, Kazuki's busy fighting an enemy back there.
An enemy?
Jubei Kake. He's a former member of the Volts, too. He fights with flying needles.
Kazuki would never lose against a former Volts member. He may not look tough, but he was one of the 4 kings for a reason, you know.
It's not that simple. Before the Volts were formed, Jubei was second in command of Kazuki's gang, a group called Elegance. But he wasn't under Kazuki because he was somehow an inferior fighter. He chose that secondary position himself in order to protect Kazuki.
To protect him?
Kazuki and Jubei were close friends, since long before they came to the Limitless Fortress.
But then, why on earth are they fighting each other now?
Who knows? The point is, the Jubei I know is a man who would throw away his very life to protect his principles. Bastards like that are strong.
I see your fighting edge hasn't dulled since we last met.
In the Fuchuan school thread technique, all of creation can be shaped into an attack. No one can escape the lash from 100 of my threads. There's nowhere to run, Jubei.
Run? In the Kake school needle technique, there's no such word as retreat. But it looks like I'll never defeat you without using up my ultimate technique.
The black needles?
Kazuki, I never told anyone this, not even you. But in opposition to the white needles I've used up until now, there are black needles. The black needle technique is forbidden and secret. It is the ultimate technique. There are few who even know it exists.
The Kake school needle technique originally evolved as a medicinal technique. So those black needles must be...
Prepare yourself, Kazuki!
Poison needles. It makes no difference how poisoned your needles are if you can't hit me with them.
Is that so?
Ow! I thought I dodged them all.
The Kake school needle technique uses no drugs. We manipulate our needles to pierce acupuncture points with keen precision. It's a secret art that heals wounds, or conversely can destroy flesh utterly. Obviously, a heresy like applying poison would never be our ultimate technique.
If they're not poison needles, then what could the black needles be? So that's it. The black needles are...
You finally figured it out, eh? The black needles are flying needles forged from the black magnetic ore dug out from beneath holy Mount Fuji. I control their every move with the magnetism of this source stone. That's the secret, ultimate technique of my Kake school needle technique. The black magnet-controlled needle method. You're the one that has nowhere to run, Threadmaster Kazuki. Balsam? Bee Swarm!
I thought I knew the limits of Jubei's strength better than anyone, but... they're reacting to the magnetism. I get it. If a flesh and blood human being tries to control a magnetic force strong enough to cause a magnetic storm, he's going to suffer for it. It'll cause all his internal organs to go haywire, and in the worst case scenario... Oh, Jubei. Is that what you meant by using up your ultimate technique? Whirling current! Why, Jubei? Why would you go that far for Makubex? Why would you trade away your very life for him?
Kazuki! You ought to understand!
Huh?
Jubei! Wait for me!
Hurry up, sister!
And to think this is his first time paying his respects to the head of the Fuchuan family. Really, what a hopeless child.
Bye, Mother! I'm going on up ahead! Ah. Who's there? State your name.
Jubei. Jubei Kake.
Oh, I see. You must be the heir to the Kake family. I'm sorry. I thought you were someone trying to sneak up on me. This means you're going to be my family doctor someday, doesn't it?
Huh?
It's nice to meet you, Jubei. I'm Kazuki.
You're Kazuki? So you mean to tell me the heir of the great Fuchuan family is a girl?
I'm a boy.
Huh?
In the head family, it's a rule that until you're 15, you have to wear a long-sleeve kimono when you play the koto, whether you're a boy or a girl. They say you have to if you want to master the thread technique.
Oh, I get it now. What is it, Kazuki?
I got stung by a bug.
Let me see.
Ow!
Grin and bear it.
Pain is all gone now. The Kake needle technique must really be something, huh?
You bet it is. For 500 years, we of the Kake family have been protecting the Fuchuan family as their personal physicians.
You sure have, haven't you? Thank you so much.
You don't have to worry, Kazuki. I'll protect you, no matter what happens to you. That's what I was born to do.
Jubei, you're so old-fashioned.
What's so funny?
Kazuki, run away! Quickly!
No, Mother. I could never run away and leave the rest of you here. I can't leave you.
It's to protect the school.
But where should I go?
The Limitless Fortress.
Mother.
I'm sorry, Kazuki. Because the Kake family, because I wasn't strong enough, I couldn't completely protect you.
Jubei.
But I will. I will become strong. So I can protect what's important to me.
Oh, Jubei, how could you? You know, don't you? You know what Makubex is trying to build in there? He's building an atomic bomb! He could turn all of Tokyo into a mountain of rubble, let alone the limitless fortress.
Of course I know.
Then why don't you stop him?
For the future that ought to be.
The future that ought to be?
That's right. Makubex is getting closer and closer to the mystery of the highest section of the Limitless Fortress, the place called Babylon City.
What are you looking at all the way up there?
Just wondering what's up there.
No one has ever seen Babylon City. I tried, but I wasn't able to make it. With my abilities, the Beltline was as high as I could get.
Why do something so crazy?
Beats me. I guess I just thought there might be something up there worth seeing.
Feels like we're being looked down on by something.
We've just been abandoned by the Lightning Emperor. He's left us for good. And Kazuki and the others won't come back again either.
Makubex.
Well, it's true, isn't it? We've been left behind here in the Limitless Fortress. If that's the way it is, that's fine. Because the three of us have no choice but to make our home here.
Oh, Makubex.
Say, Jubei. After all this time, I think I've finally gotten at the truth. The truth about this Limitless Fortress. Everything that happens in this place is being controlled by the people up in Babylon City. The very fact that we exist here is all just a part of whatever plan they're engineering.
I can't even imagine it. Why someone would do that to us, but still. There isn't a single freedom left to us here in the Limitless Fortress.
But Jubei, that's impossible.
If that's true, then what are you even doing here at all? Are you saying it's just coincidence? Not even a single side of the dice is free. If laughing and crying, if everyone's very lives and deaths are held in the palms of those monsters up in Babylon City, then how can we really say we're alive?
Jubei.
Kazuki! Are you sure you didn't know that? Are you sure that's not the reason you left me here alone?
Jubei,
Grandfather, what is Jubei Kake talking about? What did he mean before, when he said everything that happens in this place is being controlled by Babylon City?
Ren, none of this has anything to do with you.
But
I'm telling you not to worry about it.
Grandfather.
Does that mean Makubex knows? No, that can't be. Not even Makubex could.
Excuse us. Sorry to bother you. We came here because Kazuki told us about you.
Are you the pharmacist they call Gen?
Yes, I am. All right, bring Emishi over here.
It looks like you already know about our situation here. How is he?
He's in critical condition, but Ren, preparations.
Right.
Oh, good. It looks like he'll be okay. Huh?
What is this?
Those are images Makubex is sending me. It's his little way of telling me he wants me to watch. Charming, huh?
All right, old man. What are you trying to pull?
Ren, for now, have him drink this.
What? You want me to...
Do it, now.
Kissy!
What are you thinking, you creepy pervert?
I was just thinking how nice it would be to get my medicine with your little mouth.
So all this time she was a girl?
I think you meant to say that Emishi has made a complete recovery.
Not quite.
That's right, Jubei.
Huh?
Here in the Limitless Fortress, no matter how much you accomplish, you're always haunted by a sense of emptiness and desolation. It's as though you're being manipulated by someone just out of sight. That's why I always aimed for the higher floors. I felt like the answer was there. I know about it, Jubei. Makubex is planning to use that atomic bomb to make a dangerous deal. Freedom or annihilation. The most reckless, forbidden deal possible. With whoever those people are who build their nests high above us in Babylon City!
Makubex predicted that in the end we would win our freedom from them, and I believe what he says.
You're wrong! The deal will never go through, don't you see? Spear of rain! Scattered showers!
Black Needles hate me! Mountain Echo!
Why don't you get it, Jubei? This insane bargain will never work, and Makubex knows it!
What?
His real goal is to pass a final judgment. Makubex wants nothing less than to turn back the clock on the entire history of the Limitless Fortress and make it a blank slate.
That can't be!
Listen, if everything that happens here in Lower Town is controlled by the will of someone in Babylon City, then that someone is nothing less than a god. And God doesn't make deals. Because he knows that when all is said and done, he can return the world to nothingness. That's right. Just like the story in the book of Genesis in the Old Testament, when God sent a heavy flood and washed away the masses who incurred his wrath, there's someone in Babylon City who has that kind of power. Who can return everything back to zero. Just like resetting a video game. And there's no salvation from that. Noah's Ark doesn't exist here in the Limitless Fortress.
A virus?
Huh? I'm sorry about this, Makubex. I got it through a network connection somehow.
You can just restart, you know.
But if I do that, won't we lose all of our data?
It's a shame, but there's nothing to do but give up. Once a system has been damaged, it can never completely go back to the way it used to be.
Someone with a mind as brilliant as Makubex's could never fail to realize that. He knows everything. And still, he's...
Quiet, you little fool!
Why don't you understand, Jubei?
He's probably about to use his final, greatest technique.
Kake School Needle Technique Ultimate Ground Spider! Dodging a swarm of flying needles with enough skill to avoid piercing your vital points. You're as talented as ever.
You don't have to worry, Kazuki. I'll protect you, no matter what happens to you. That's what I was born to do.
Jubei, you're so old-fashioned.
Can we no longer go back to those days?
There's no way you have enough energy left to dodge this.
I want to save you.
This fight ends now!
Spear of Rain. Missed. I'm afraid you lose, Jubei.
Finish it. Finish me off, damn you. If you don't do it now, you'll live to regret it.
Even now, it's still true. You really are still my closest friend, Jubei. Since back when we were kids.
You really haven't changed a bit. You're still soft!
Ah! Jubei! Jubei! Why, Jubei?
This is the best way. It's a fitting end for a foolish man like me. A foolish man who tried to take the life of a true and faithful friend because he couldn't keep believing in him.
Jubei!
Stop it now. There's no reason to shed tears over the passing of a man like me.
Hold on. I'll get you to a doctor.
Leave me, Kazuki. You've got more important things to worry about right now, don't you?
I can't imagine anything more important to me right now than saving the life of my dearest friend. And besides, I believe in my heart that they'll stop Makubex. Yes, they will. Those two. The Get-Backers.
What's the matter with you? Tell me, Dr. Jackal, don't you like this place?
I'm afraid not. I find the decor rather boring. If it's all right with you, I'd like to cut to the interesting part now.
I see. Then how about this to kill a little boredom?
What is this?
It won't be too late to do it after you've seen this thing through, will it? This battle, I mean. It won't be, will it, Dr. Jackal? For you, the betrayer, Judas. It won't be too late, will it, Dr. Jackal? It won't be too late to do it after you've seen this thing through, will it? This battle, I mean. For you, the betrayer, Judas.
Judas? Is that who I am?
Do you remember what Christ said as he hung there, brutally crucified on the hill of Golgotha? He cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me? But God knew. Without death there can be no resurrection. In other words, for Christ to become the true Son of God, Judas had to betray him. Judas fulfilled his role as an apostle by betraying Christ. Everything went according to the scenario God had prepared, you see. Your role in the scenario is just the same. You came all this way as the Judas who betrays the Recoverers and their team, all according to the plan created by the God of the Limitless Fortress, who looks down on his people and manipulates us.
You're quite an interesting boy, you know that, Makubex? What exactly is it you're trying to get from this?
I'm trying to get proof.
Proof of what?
I want to prove that I'm living by my own free will, not because someone else allows me to. If I can't do that, then why live at all?
Whatever you say. It has nothing to do with me. Let's dispense with the long stories and begin our negotiations, shall we? All I want is to fulfill our contract as quickly as possible. I finished the job I took on from you, the one before my current recovery service job. You gave me one task: transport this small shipment of plutonium directly to you. Now, please take it. My next job is waiting. The job of taking back the ill from you and transporting it to my new client.
I see. You truly are the holy betrayer chosen by the God of the Limitless Fortress.
Actually, you're wrong about that. I've never been a member of anyone's organization, my boy. So you see, it's impossible for me to be a betrayer. Now, take it and let's get things started. You seem like you'll give me a little fun before we're through.
Are you surprised at this pairing? You've started to want to know how it turns out, haven't you? Maybe we should wait till their little battle is over. Am I right, Dr. Jackal?
Kyoji Kagami!
There's no way she can win against a guy like Kagami.
Don't worry about her. She may not look it, but she's a professional transporter called Lady Poison. Some half-assed girly man is no match for Himiko.
I'm afraid Ren is right about Kagami. He isn't from here. That man came down from the mystery-shrouded demon world above us, a place no one from Lower Town has seen, the part of the Limitless Fortress known only as Babylon City.
Babylon City?
What's the matter? Standing around like that won't make anything happen, you know.
This man is strong. He reminds me of the first time I met Ban or Akabani. This bottomless threatening feeling is coming right off him. If I make one wrong move, I'll get cut in a second.
Oh, now I get it. You're from the outside world, so you're just not used to being surrounded by all this darkness. There's no need to worry, Lady Poison. Morning will dawn soon enough.
Morning will dawn soon. What do you mean by that?
I mean, here comes the sun.
from the ancient Mayan civilization.
With a sacrificial altar on top.
This is gonna be bad. If that guy really did come down from Babylon City, then even Lady Poison may not be able to handle him alone.
Cheeto, wait!
It's useless. You must try to understand what's happening. This is more than just a virtual reality. Right now, they might as well be in the middle of an ancient civilization. You could never get to her, no matter how hard you tried.
But I've got to!
There's nothing we can do but watch, just as we are now, and bear witness to the images transmitted to us.
What is this place? Where the hell are we?
An altar pyramid of the Mayan civilization. If the ancient Mayans enjoyed one thing, it was the performing of sacrificial rites. Macubex is reconstructing those rites using the power of the Limitless Fortress.
I don't know what's going on, but I do know there's no place to run.
Have you prepared yourself for battle, Lady Poison?
I can't have you underestimating me, pal. There's a reason they gave me the name I have now. Lady Poison, the Witch of the Seven Perfumes. You are the one who's about to get sacrificed.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm enjoying just watching you do your thing here. Are you finished now? Now, all you ghosts of the ancient Maya, become drunk with excitement and bloodlust. Now that the introductions are done, let's begin this exquisite sacrificial rite. Diamond Dust.
So, basically you're creating virtual images with diffuse reflection, huh? You can't beat me with petty trickery like this. In the end, there's only one real you!
Diamond dust is a substance composed of demonic shards. You do best not to think of it as mere bits of glass, my dear.
So it's an invisible weapon that cuts you with the slightest touch, is it?
You should take particular care not to inhale diamond dust. If you do, I'm afraid your lungs will be sliced to ribbons along with the rest of your internal organs. Though to be fair, I should warn you, even if you hold your breath, the dust will work its way in through your skin.
You sure do go on. And I get the idea you're still underestimating me.
Now be a good girl and let us sacrifice you. If you do, I promise your suffering will be much less.
Yeah, right. Flame perfume! Where is he?
Haphazard attacks will do you no good.
Ah! Oh!
Death isn't suffering, Lady Poison. Just think of it as the start of a lovely journey. There's nothing to fear. Quite the opposite. It's a fitting and dramatic end, don't you agree? Atop an altar pyramid of the ancient Maya, having your head cut off by a priest.
What's so dramatic about it, huh?
Even after seeing the difference in our powers this clearly, you still have some fighting spirit left in you. Yes, indeed, it is fun watching you do your... What?
This is one of the 7 poison perfumes. Corrosion perfume. Illusions don't rot. So the one that stinks of decay must be the real you.
You're telling me you think you can figure out which one is the real me by using your sense of smell?
Get ready to eat those words, show-off. The air around you is full of the sweet scent of poison perfume. If you inhale even one whiff, your lungs will rot, along with the rest of your internal organs. Though to be fair, I should warn you, even if you hold your breath, the poison will work its way in through your skin.
You got one over on me, huh? But since my diamond dust is still swirling around in the air, you have to hold your breath just like I do. It's simply a matter of whose lungs give out first.
I told you before, you shouldn't take my abilities lightly. To control poison perfumes, and to protect your own body from their effects, there are 2 skills you have to acquire. The first is a resistance to poisons, and the second is breath control.
Breath control?
I haven't inhaled any of the fragments of light you've scattered about. I'm on a training regimen of screening the air I breathe, so even inside a cloud of deadly poison gas, I can fight at the top of my game. So how about you, I wonder? What's wrong, mister? You look a little pale. Are you all right?
You're exactly what one should expect from one of the last children.
How do you know that? Who the hell are you, mister?
I must apologize for taking you so lightly, mustn't I? Let's start over. No more playing around. I assure you this isn't trickery.
Corrosion perfume! Ah! Did I get him? Nothing but a mirror!
This would be checkmate, correct?
Impossible. He's at least as fast as Akabane. Is this the true power of those who live in the Limitless Fortress?
If you move, you die. Besides, this is a sacrificial altar, remember? Beheading you is a job for the High Priest. Now, the rite begins.
Remember, you pretentious bastard! If you kill one of the last children, you'll be cursed forever!
My, you're a surprisingly bad loser, you know that? How about we get this show on the road, alright, Priesty?
I'm really done for now. I can't believe I'm going to get killed in a place like this. Why am I suddenly thinking about Bon of all people? Even though he's my brother's killer, even though I've hated him for so long. Bon! Mito!
What?
Just a minute. Well, I hope you had a pleasant dream.
Bon?
Yo. You played me pretty well, Bon Mito. So is this where I say, nice to meet you? Aside from your behavior during the Jagon, I have to say it looks like you're not at all surprised to see me here.
Wait a minute, what are you doing here anyway?
I was walking along in pitch darkness when I started smelling your damn tracking perfume. So that whole time we thought we were going through 6 different doors to 6 different rooms, but in reality we were all being lured into one big room. Even so, I don't think it was part of the plan for you to break into our little reality here. Macubex was right to worry about you, Bon Mito. I never expected to find myself on an ancient Mayan pyramid. So this is a VR constructed by Macubex, huh?
A virtual reality? This?
Don't get me wrong. This is no ordinary VR. It's almost as deep as my Jagon.
That means even if my head did get cut off, I would have been fine.
You can never know that for sure, kiddo. The human body is still controlled by the human mind, remember? If you got your head cut off in a VR this good, you might be going to the other world with a single blow.
But how is Macubex able to create such a sophisticated virtual reality?
I think I just figured out what's going on here.
Huh?
It's all tied to the fact that here in the Limitless Fortress, Genji can go from being a bumbling goofball to a raging lightning emperor at the drop of a hat. I think I finally get it. The secret of the Limitless Fortress, and the real intentions of this Makubex guy controls the ill we've been looking for.
You're dangerous, aren't you?
And so are you.
What the hell are you hitting me like that for?
Because you're acting like a show-off and stealing my spotlight!
Come on, I'm telling you, this guy over here is someone you can never beat, Himiko!
I'm a professional too, you know. You can't go around treating me like a kid forever.
What is that stuff?
It's my final weapon in a fight I'm gonna win. The 7th poison perfume. Here I go, Mr. Show-Off.
Really, my dear, I'm quite through with watching you do your thing. But if you say you must, you must.
For almost all of her jobs, Himiko only uses the first 6 perfumes. The 7th one is her trump card, her secret move. She always saves it until the end. One reason is because she wants to save it for when she really needs it. But there's another reason.
Don't interfere, Bond. I mean it.
What is the meaning of this? She's fast. Her movement just now was at twice her normal speed.
Maybe now is a good opportunity for me to watch you do your thing, Mr. Kyoji Kagami.
Now I get it. That vial contains the poison perfume that was Yamato's specialty.
That's right. This is the 7th poison perfume. Acceleration perfume. If you breathe in a single whiff of this perfume, your speed will double. Breathe in another whiff. And your speed triples.
This is fantastic, Himiko! With both of us against him, there's no way we can lose!
Hold it, Bond! I told you not to interfere with me!
You moron! You know the only thing that matters is the recovery of the ill. If you're a professional, then quit being so stubborn.
Okay, fine.
Let's go! Stick fights!
You're mine, pal!
He's up there! Are you running away, you loser?
Like you said, all that matters is the ill. In my case, I'm here to protect the implosion lens from you. In that sense, the role Makubex assigned to me in this plan has already been fulfilled.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means there's only one Jagan left, and that's all.
Damn, the second he disappears, we're back in the same room. Well, whatever. If we injured him that much, he probably won't be fighting anyone for a while. You fought pretty hard yourself, Himiko. Hey, Himiko! Why are you so cold? You're like a corpse. Hey, Himiko! Hey!
The antidote perfume.
Got it. Just give me a second, okay? For crying out loud, you... I thought it was something like this. No matter how you look at it, that speed was too much for you. If you'd inhaled that acceleration perfume one more time, you could have wound up dead, you know that?
Yeah, I know it was dangerous. But if I didn't take the risk, I never would have been able to compete with a monster like Kagami.
You really haven't changed a bit, have you, Himiko? It's a part of you that'll always be reaching just a little too far.
Where are you going? Bon?
How's your body feel?
If I rest a little, I'll be fine.
Then I don't want you moving from this spot till you get your strength back. I'm going somewhere for a little bit.
There you go.
Oh, I'll get some sugar and cream for you.
No thanks. This taste brings back the memories.
So, did I hear you say you knew Mr. Genji?
Yeah, ever since he was a kid.
Really? That's amazing! I wish I could have seen Mr. Genji as a little boy.
Hello? Is anybody there? Bond, can you hear me? Everybody! Where are you? Bond, where are you? Bond!
This is far enough away, don't you think, Fudo?
I've waited a long time for this moment. The only thing that can stop the terrible aching inside me is to drink the blood right out of your veins.
Hello? Is anybody there? Bond, can you hear me? Everybody!
My desire is throbbing and aching inside me. This arm is throbbing, begging me to defeat you.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe I can ease that throbbing a bit by stopping your heart for you.
Do you know what that is, Mido? It's my arm, the one you destroyed. Now it's nothing but a bunch of bones. And pretty soon, you'll be exactly the same way.
It's a shame, Fudo. That gadget sticking out of your left arm would decay that nicely after I kill you.
You're the one who's gonna die. First, I'll crush your arms and your legs and make it so you can't move. And then I'll take your life. But not just once. I'll give you the ultimate pain over and over. And over and over and over again. I won't let you off with just one death. Even if your heart stops, I'll make it beat again, and then I'll make you die again. Until your body has experienced limitless pain and suffering, until the desire of the great Akuma Fudo is satisfied. Over and over again, I'll make you scream out your dying agony for me! I can see it, Mido! I can see your next second right now! This is fun, Mido. Now this is really how fighting is supposed to be. Be glad, Mido. I chose a battleground that suits us to a T. Come on, let's get this thing started. The real death match!
So this time it's an ancient Roman Colosseum, huh? Krantz, look!
Ah, they're here.
Mr. Kazuki!
Kazuki!
We know the situation, Kazuki. Quick, bring him inside.
Oh, right.
Kazuki!
I'm fine. Never mind me. Help Jubei.
Kazuki? Hey, Kazuki!
Ren, make the preparations. Hurry.
Got it.
What a stupid bastard. No matter how badly he wanted to settle things, he didn't have to go this far. Kazuki never would have wanted him to do such a thing.
Do you think he's gonna make it, Ken?
Is it hopeless?
No, it's not hopeless. It's bad, but not hopeless. It's unbelievable. All of his vital points, from blood vessels to organs, were missed by a hair's breadth. Could this be the work of the god of the Limitless Fortress 2? Could even a death match as brutal as that one rest peacefully in Buddha's hands? How much do you know, Makovax? Just what is it you're really after?
Gramps!
Huh? What is it?
Look at this!
Where is that place located? Can you tell us, Ren?
It's that place.
This place. Huh?
Mr. Genji! Hi, Mr. Genji.
Shoo, is that you?
What are you doing? Mr. Genji, let's play together, okay?
Shoo, how can you...
What are you waiting for, Slowpoke? Come over here and play. Goryu and Ruin and the rest of us are all waiting.
You... all of you? All of you are really here?
Mr. Genji, play with us.
Okay.
Mr. Genji! Let me go! Stop! Stop!
Damn it! The feeling is coming back more and more. Lightning Emperor, my other self is filling my body. No, this is all just an illusion, like that time when the images of me multiplied.
What's wrong, Genji?
It's you. It's you. It's you.
What's your name, boy?
Genji Amino.
Tashimine. Takaru Tashimine.
I got you!
That feeling just now. Genji?
So you sensed your partner and now you're worried about him and can't fight well, huh? Your mind's really wandering, isn't it? Did you think I wouldn't notice? And now, of all times when your body's broken like that. I'm right, aren't I? Your shoulder is messed up from that last little skirmish we had, and now your right hand's power is down by half. Quit worrying about other things and look at me, Mido. I've been longing for this moment for what feels like an eternity. The moment when I take my revenge on you for destroying my left arm!
I can barely sense Genji, that bastard. Something happened, didn't it? Damn it.
It'll be okay, Bon. You know why? Because we're the Get-Backers, that's why. So you really want to see me get serious, do you, Fudo? Well, you asked for it, so I guess I'll be nice and fight you for real. But do me a favor. Don't say I didn't warn you.
2 seconds!
It's been a long time, huh, Genji?
Tashimine! Tashimine! No, wait. It can't really be you. Why would Mr. Tashimine be in a place like this? It makes no sense.
Do you remember, Genji? Back when you were a little kid, I used to bring you here to play all the time. I'll never forget those first days after I met you. Day in, day out, all you did was cry and cry. You caused me a lot of trouble, you know that? But as time passed, you made friends. You got more and more cheerful. And before we knew it, it got so there was always a huge crowd of friends gathered around you, waiting to play. In a hellish place like this, the area around you was always filled with smiling faces. Around you and around your friends. So tell me, why did you betray them? When I took you in and raised you, Genji, I thought I taught you to follow one simple rule. Never betray your friends. Did you forget, Genji?
I haven't betrayed my friends!
Then why did you let them die? Shu and Goru, all of them.
Mr. Genji!
Mr. Genji! Stay back! No!
You let them die again.
You're wrong. This is just an illusion. None of them are real, and neither are you. All of them died a long time ago. They were all murdered by the ones from the mid-floors. They died right in front of me. Everyone was murdered because of me. Everyone.
When people die, do they disappear completely? They don't, do they, Genji? Here in the Limitless Fortress, common sense doesn't apply. As a child of the Limitless Fortress, you should know that better than anyone. Somewhere inside you, you sense the truth. That Shu and the others who appeared before you just now were in no way illusions.
You're wrong.
Why won't you admit it, Genji? You let your friends be killed right in front of you.
You're wrong.
You push those irreplaceable friends of yours straight off the edge and into the abyss.
You're wrong.
You abandoned them and left the Limitless Fortress all so you could make things easier on yourself.
You're wrong.
You sacrificed others so that you could survive. Everyone wants happiness, but only you would betray your friends to get it.
You're wrong!
You let them die. Everyone died because of you.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Mr. Genji! Mr. Genji! Mr. Genji!
You're wrong. 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 No!
More lightning, Chief. It hit the Limitless Fortress again.
You know what that lightning is, Natsumi?
What?
They've been called down, those thunderbolts, by the Lightning Emperor's anger. Don't you think that's what it is?
Maybe you're right. You said so yourself. Genji's in the Limitless Fortress right now.
I see. Your speed is impressive. If I didn't have this gadget, you might have had a chance at beating me, huh, Mido? I told you this arm suited my personality better, didn't I? If my enlightenment tells me how you'll move for the next 2 seconds, your speed doesn't matter. I'll skewer you easily with this. With your arm wounded, you can't use your snake bite anymore, can you?
That's mighty high talk coming from Makubex's dog.
What Makubex does has nothing to do with me! As payment for this arm, I get my chance for revenge against you! That's the contract between me and him!
As long as I've got you, I don't need anything else.
Come on, Mido. Stop it for me. Stop my arm-throbbing desire!
Genji!
That's crazy. Never mind me, the Jagon user. His lightning could never reach this far. Genji, don't tell me you're...
Where are you looking, Mido? You should look at me. At me! Takuba Fudo!
How could you, Mr. Teshimane? How could you say something like that to me? At this rate, soon I'll lose my old self completely. I'll get so I can't stop myself.
Looking at you now, Genji, I can't help but remember the first time I saw you look so out of control. When your friends were killed, like insects, right in front of you, by the bastards from the mid-floors. You were the one they were after from the beginning. We never knew why. Maybe there wasn't any reason at all. But that was when you awoke.
Genji! Where are you, Genji? Genji!
It was a split second. In just a split second, all 30 of those monsters from the mid-floors were wiped out. It was the advent of the Lightning Emperor. I was shocked. I shouldn't have let you go. I should never have allowed you to run off like that and found a group like the Volts. I should have kept you under my thumb. You see, I was entranced by that extreme power of yours, and so I raised you so I could have control over that power. So I could use your power as my own and become the ruler of the Limitless Fortress. You see, you were my tool. But then, right when your power was awakened, just like I planned, you teamed up with a bunch of punk brats and betrayed me, Genji.
That's a lie! A lie! Mr. Tashimini isn't like that. Not at all. Mr. Tashimini is... Mr. Tashimini is...
Of course it's not a lie. I must have had an ulterior motive. Why else would anyone choose to raise a good-for-nothing freak like you? You're a monster, pure and simple. That's why you were abandoned in the Limitless Fortress.
A lie! That's a lie, Mr. Tashimini!
That's right! Get angry! Hate, Genji! Hate me! Anger strengthens and hate awakens! You are the tyrant of the Limitless Fortress! Genji Amano! The Lightning Emperor!
What's happening? What the hell?
The Lightning Emperor. Genji has turned back into the Lightning Emperor.
This is bad. If that's the Lightning Emperor we know, then we're already too late. When Mr. Genji gets like that, nobody can stop him.
You're wrong. You're wrong! The Gin I've always known is an idiot, and a sap, and a scatterbrain. But he's kinder than anyone else on Earth. The Gin you're talking about isn't him. That Gin isn't anything like the one I know.
Old man, I'll leave the rest to you.
Shido! Did you forget how powerful he is? He's the Lightning Emperor! There's no way any of us could ever stop him.
Genji could never sit back and allow a friend of his to get hurt. He's not afraid to put himself in harm's way, and he won't stand for anything that's wrong. He was that way then, and he's that way now. He hasn't changed a bit. That's one of the things I always liked about him, and always will. So I'm going. That's all.
What's going on here? Everyone's being so cool.
I'm just a simple-minded guy, so I can't even begin to imagine it. What might be going on in that endless labyrinth up there? But maybe you can help clue me in, old friend.
The Limitless Fortress is a world of fear. Fear and carnage and nothing else. Given that, I wonder why people are so drawn to it. That place doesn't suit Genji at all. Oh yes, Genji. That's excellent. That's the real Genji right there.
3 seconds!
I just realized something, Mido. This is the first time I've seen you look so pathetic.
I botched it. I had no idea he'd gotten so strong.
I can see your next 3 seconds so clearly I could reach out and touch them. And when my enlightenment sees you turn completely from flesh to bone, that means death is about to claim you. Hey, Mido, is that all the power you have? So it is, huh? Why don't you show me some more? More of that speed you hit me with before. If you don't, my desire won't be satisfied. More. Give me more. Give me more. 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 Give me more!
Make me bleed, Mido! Until my desire is satisfied. Close in on me! Right up to the brink of death, Mido!
Damn. I can't concentrate with all this pain.
What do you think of that, old lady? A 200-kilogram force grip. I see. You may be a good-for-nothing, and when it comes to fighting, you might be a genius, but... how's that? I can barely muster enough strength to crack an egg anymore, but if I have the Serpent Bearer's power, I can do this. Remember this, Bon. Nothing in this world is unconnected to the movement of the stars in the sky. Therefore, invoke the constellation of your fate when you have something you truly desire. Something you don't want to lose.
Damn. I went and remembered something I didn't want to.
And now I'll crush that disgusting right hand of yours for you. It's about time you tasted a bit of my pain, Mido!
The lightning must have shorted out the VR.
Genji, you've changed, haven't you?
It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here! I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it! See you dying, Mido! Covered in blood!
Even now with thy right hand, until this cursed fate is spent, is the one who houses Asclepius, the Serpent Bearer, who descends from the Milky Way on high. Therefore I invoke thee. Genji, you're not like that. You're not me.
Feel your fate. Genji! Out of my way!
That one struck awfully close, don't you think, Chief?
Really raging up there.
Damn, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Jin.
This energy level is still rising. Is there no limit to the power of the Lightning Emperor?
Fill your face with poison! Out of my way!
But I saw it. I saw his death clear as day. Is this how you get when you're serious, Mido? Or is there still more power within you?
Answer me, Mido! Come back here! Look at me! At me! Budo! Ah! What? Can't be! That can't be! Genji!
What happened just now? It was all clear up until Mido tore Fudo's mechanical arm, but I couldn't see the rest.
In the same moment he destroyed the arm, he was dislocating bones and tearing muscles in locations all over Fudo's body. He even did some damage to Fudo's internal organs.
All that in a split second? Interesting. So this is what makes Ban Mido such a genius in battle. This is his true power.
Don't ask me, I'm just working here.
You're telling me there might be even more to Mido than what I've seen? That's rather frightening and problematic. It makes me wonder, could he be beaten by Kuroda Akabane? And what about the Lightning Emperor? Could you win against him too?
Say, that reminds me. I still haven't received my agreed-upon fee for completing the plutonium job. Makubex.
Disappear! Disappear! Disappear!
It's just no use. Makubex, there's no way I can control it all. Makubex? The Lightning Emperor.
Sakura. Are you another false image too?
Kage Skull Cloth Technique? The Peacock!
I don't need you. I don't need anything. Nothing at all. You hear me? You understand? Nothing. That's right. I'm the Lightning Emperor, the ruler of Lower Town, here in the Limitless Fortress.
My blood is boiling.
Well, well. Raising your hand against a woman. You're acting rather unlike your usual self. Aren't you, Ginji? This may not be the payment I had in mind, Makubex, but I like it. For me to be able to fight against him so soon, against Ginji Amano when he's become the Lightning Emperor.
Are you an illusion too?
Who knows? But even if I am, you won't make me disappear so easily. Try not to slip, or you'll be the one who ends up disappearing.
Disappear.
I see. Quite a powerful display. Sort of a surgical strike, isn't it? You could rain lightning down on any little spot you choose. You want so badly to eradicate Ginji Amano's suffering that you keep attacking ruthlessly until you've annihilated the enemy. Yet afterwards, when you see what you've done, you only succeed in enhancing that very same suffering. It's a sad fate. It's no use, Ginji. I'm afraid these are made of ceramic. They don't conduct electricity. It's high frequency, isn't it? It works like an electric stove, meaning if I get carelessly close to you, my blood will boil. This place is tailor-made for you, isn't it, Ginji? The inexhaustible energy given off by the Limitless Fortress is filling you up. Now, completely awakened, show me all of your power. If you show me everything you've got, maybe I can finally see the absolute limits of my own true power, that is. I want to see that. What no one knows, not even I myself. Kurodo Akabane's true power. Bloody sword.
So this is the Lightning Emperor's true form. Even in the vaults there, I never saw him explode with so much power. This isn't a fight between people anymore. But even so, I have to see it through. This is the only way our wish can be fulfilled. Right, Makubex?
What is happening?
Ginji. Ren, emergency power.
It's no good, Grandpa. The excess voltage has shorted out the emergency power, too.
Hey, old man.
What are you two doing? You shouldn't be moving around. You're not ready.
You'll have to pardon me. This guy says he's got to go and he won't take no for an answer.
But you'll strain yourself, Kazuki. Besides, you're one of the enemy. What do you mean to do dragging around a wounded man?
Don't look at me. I've got no desire to help. Either way, even if we go like this, it probably won't change anything.
Maybe so. But if I don't go now, I'll regret it the rest of my life.
That's the way it is. You get it? Eh, Missy?
It's okay. I believe in the man they call Ginji Amano with all my heart, Ren. And I believe that no matter what happens, he will come back to us. And I know we've got to stop Makubex. We can't allow any more tragedies to happen in this place.
So, shall we?
Master Kazuki.
I pray that Makubex can be stopped. Powerless as I am, there's only one thing I can do in the face of all those who've been wounded. Atone for the crimes I committed back then. Ren!
Huh?
Pull together all the batteries you can find.
Right.
The crime I committed in making Makubex a solitary boy.
Fearsome energy, enough to evaporate my protective shield. Now I understand the source of the Lightning Emperor's power. You take the electromagnetic waves that fill this limitless fortress directly into your body and transform them into electrical energy. You do it naturally, the way any living creature feeds on what they eat. The only difference is, the energy in this place is inexhaustible. And because of that, even I've been pushed this far. This far. What does this far even mean? At long last, have I painted myself into a corner? Can it be true? No, not yet. Not by a long shot. I still have room to maneuver. It's not enough. This display of strength still is not enough to bring out the true power of Kuroda Akabane. More and more you must become the Lightning Emperor. More and more become the angry tyrant.
Here! Disappear!
Now awaken. Only 15% left to go. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4, 3, 2, 1.
And just what is it you think you're doing, Genji? Without even getting my permission.
The Lightning Emperor is disappearing.
Bon?
Pandora's box is still unopened. Is that right, Jackal?
Bon? Was that you?
Do you have a dream or something?
Bon! Oh, it's you! It's really you! Oh, Bon,
Don't
I'm
be so clingy.
happy!
Come on, let's go.
Makubex, I saw things through for you. Bon Midos, Jagon can only be used 3 times in one day. Now he's used all his chances up.
Is that so?
Now that this is done, we can achieve the future that ought to be ours, can't we? I'm so...
Sakura?
so happy.
What's wrong? Sakura! Sakura!
I'm a cruel guy. I'm the worst of the worst. But with this, things are progressing according to my calculations. No, according to the scenario written in the Babylon City Archive. I guess everything rests in the hands of Buddha.
Hip, hip, hooray! Jagan, Jagan, Jagan! Jagan, Jagan, Jagan! Bon is not a dead man! Bon is not a dead man! Yeah! Ow! What did you do that for, Bon? That was Where's my happy dance?
You know what it's for. You turned into the Lightning Emperor again.
Oh, well, you see, the thing is, I got confused, that's all. I was floundering.
Don't give me your lame excuses. How many times have I told you not to turn into the Lightning Emperor? What are you gonna do when something happens you can't take back?
I'm sorry, Bond!
This is what you get. What were you thinking? Isn't it bad enough we're stuck here inside the Limitless Fortress?
I know. I remembered some things from the past. I know it makes no sense that de Chamonix would be here, and that he'd say those things to me, but at the time...
Thanks for the drink.
You're going?
It was good to see you, Paul. It's been a long time since I've had your special blend.
Won't you wait a little longer before you go? Mr. Genji, I think he'd be happy if he came here and saw you.
I don't know about that. Genji's got a whole new life for himself now, working with the best possible partner. He's free for the first time. It would be much better for him if he didn't have any reminders of the past.
I'm not so sure. I still think Genji would be happy to see you. I mean, you're someone important to him, right?
Very kind. If Genji gets back here in one piece, do me a favor. Tell him I said the time he and I lived together was the best time I ever had in my entire life.
Tell him yourself, my friend. Anytime you come in here, it's a safe bet you'll find those two hanging around.
Excuse me. Please take this.
Thanks very much. But it looks like there's no need for it anymore.
Please come back again.
There's no turning back now. In the end, to expose the truth about the Limitless Fortress, I have no choice but to use this atomic bomb.
Warning. System error has occurred in the operation. Intruder in program 3.
The numerical formula is being rewritten.
Program
It's interfering with the system I created.
System error.
There's only one person who could do something like this.
All right, it worked.
Wow, Grandpa, that's amazing.
This is nothing. After all, I'm the one who taught him how to use a computer in the first place.
What?
Granted, all I did was teach him the bare basics of computer programming. But genius that he is, the boy absorbed it all in no time, and soon he'd outstrip me completely. For Makubex, handling a computer is as natural as breathing. But that gift is also the source of his misfortune. Huh? It looks like he's onto us, but it's too late. Now that the bug has infiltrated his system, he'll have to do the operation over from the beginning.
But Makubex's mother system has the operation speed of a supercomputer. Are you sure it's going to be okay?
Makubex will try to buy himself some time by starting up an intruder interception program that uses virtual reality technology. But that's a double-edged sword. It'll affect the speed of his mother system's CPU and slow down his whole operation. So, Makubex, what will you do now?
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to face the Jagon. It seems I'll have to suspend my enjoyment until the next opportunity presents itself.
Now that you mention it, somehow I feel like it was still me fighting with Akabane.
You should be grateful, Dr. Jackal. With all your power, you'd still be nothing but a cinder right now if you'd had a real fight with the Lightning Emperor at 100%.
Oh my. If someone as capable as you says it, then it must be the truth. I'm getting shivers of anticipation just thinking about it.
You're a real pervert, you know that?
So, it's finally time to recover the ill.
Yeah! Well, what are you gonna do with yourself, Jackal?
If you don't mind, I'll accompany you. I recently completed the job I took on from Makubex of transporting plutonium to him.
Huh?
So I wondered what my next move would be. And it made sense to me. But the best thing would be to return to recovering the ill and transporting it back to our client. Don't you agree? Is something the matter?
You son of a betrayer! The Judas was you! Why would you give a guy like that plutonium?
Betrayer? Don't be ridiculous. All I did was carry out a job to the best of my
Don't
ability.
screw with us, pal! What do you think we're doing all this work for?
I really can't say, but I'm in it for whatever enjoyment I can find.
Of course. Makes perfect sense given the kind of person you are.
Damn. Talking about it won't change anything. Let's go.
But with him?
You dork. If our goals are the same, who cares if we're allies or enemies? That's what being a professional is all about, remember?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, ready to partner up and do our best, Akabane?
You bet.
Bon, why don't you be the one who walks next to Akabane, okay? Hey, Bon, something wrong?
Huh? Oh no, nothing at all. You guys go ahead and I'll catch up.
No, but I don't want to go without you.
It'll be fine, just go. I'll follow you in a sec, but first I want to smoke.
Wait, Bon. Something feels weird about this.
We'll go on ahead.
Okay then, take care of yourselves.
Put me down! Wait a second, Akabane! Bon! Bon!
That dumbass. He may be an idiot, but he's got good instincts. Of course it wasn't the Jagon. But I've got to keep going. Just a little longer until I can hit Macubex with my last and best Jagon.
Oh, come on now! What are you running away for? Bon Mito?
Fudo, shouldn't you have kicked the bucket by now, you big psycho?
Mr. Kazuki! You really aren't in any shape to be doing this. Jeez. You can be pretty mule-headed sometimes, you know that? Macubex.
It can't possibly get any worse than this. Mutual slaying might be the best that I can do. Now die. Now die. Now die!
Hundred Beast Semblance, Deer King Semblance. The Elk's antlers catch their enemies and never let them escape. Your opponent's a middle-aged man. What's your problem, Mito?
Bon, where's Gin?
He's back to normal and heading for Macubex. Don't
interfere!
This guy really packs a punch. Isn't that injury of his affecting him at all?
Out of the way. This guy's my dance partner.
Don't be stupid. What can you do in the shape you're in?
Talk big, but are you ready to go down with him?
What?
Right now, the only thing that's keeping him moving is his desire to defeat me. When you're up against a guy like that, you've got to be ready to die too.
Shut up. Just shut up for once and go defeat Macubex with Ginji, will you? That's the job you came here to take care of, isn't it?
He's right, Bon. Let's leave this to Shido and get out of here.
I promise to make sure your bones get safely to Monica's place, monkey boy.
I'm your opponent now, not him. And that's the way it's gonna be. Damn. So this is the Enlightenment, huh? I can't believe you have any strength left in your body.
Where is Mito? Mito!
In the animal world, this guy's enlightenment isn't a special power. Small animals are enlightened when they sense an earthquake coming and run away. In the same way, this guy must be enlightened by sensing something coming from his enemy. In which case, that must mean... Hundred Beast semblance. Vulture semblance. In the end, what he's enlightened by is a death aura. When people wish for the death of their enemies, and when they prepare for their own deaths, they give off a powerful death aura. So by mimicking the Vulture, who senses the death aura of a beast and appears out of nowhere, I should be able to attain the same power that you have. Damn. Just barely made it. Is that all I can do with a makeshift state of enlightenment? Huh? Huh? So you finally decided to join in, eh, Makubex?
What are they?
What is it, Gramps?
Damn Makubex. He's instructed the Mother System to abandon the operation that designs the atomic bomb. He's made intercepting the recovery service its top priority.
So then what's going to happen now?
Don't worry. Those guys are strong. They won't lose to something as simple as a computer-generated illusion. You're soft, Makubex. And now your reckless plan to use the atomic bomb to make a deal with the god of the Limitless Fortress is... Oh! Wait. Makubex, you can't be...
Is this the end of it all?
What are you wrinkling that forehead of yours for, huh? Moments like this one are just too much fun to let pass by without a smile, Shido.
Emishi! And Kazuki, you too!
Can you stand it all, Shido?
A lot better than you can, you can count on that.
But we're still no match for all these guys here. At this rate, no matter how many we defeat, they still keep coming.
An intruder interception program. It looks like Makubex has finally gotten serious too.
Well, in the end, it makes no difference to me. We'll take a bunch of them down with us. Take them down good and hard.
Wow! Wow! So, tell me, Akabane, are these guys relatives of yours?
I'm afraid not. They must be virtual beings generated from data they've collected about me.
About you?
It appears that Makubex has been carefully observing our fighting ever since we entered the Limitless Fortress, gathering data and storing it away. Such a clever boy. But still, it's odd. The force of the Virtual's attack is too strong. Did you abandon construction of the atom bomb, Makubex? I must admit, it's a rather unusual feeling, chopping myself into bits like this over and over again. But it's not a bad feeling.
Maybe not for you, but it's really bad for me! Damn it! If I turn into the Lightning Emperor one more time, I may never be able to go back to normal. But at this rate, I can't go forward.
Hurricane! This way!
Heaven! Boy, you sure saved me. So I guess you're alright then, huh, Miss Heaven?
I made it through somehow.
Ever since I came here, I felt more dead than alive, and now to top it all off, the person who made me feel that way most suddenly appears in front of me in droves. Hey, that reminds me, where did Bon run off to? Miss Heaven, did you see Bon on your way over here by any chance? Bon?
Try not to space out on me, alright, Genji?
Bon! No! Bon killed Heaven! Bon killed Heaven! You moron, that was just virtual.
Still! You could have been a little more hesitant about it.
Anyway, it looks like that Makubex bastard is starting to get serious, huh?
What are we gonna do? We won't get anywhere at the rate we're going.
At times like this, there's no choice but to push on. Let's go.
Akabane defeated them? All by himself?
So you decided to come find us. Hello again, Mido.
Dr. Jekyll.
Makubex is very close now. I assume you're all right?
Of course I am. Ready when you are, Genji. Let's go.
The Get Backers are paying you a visit! Say your prayers, Makubex!
This is the end. Now, the final battle.
Makubex, wait! Where are you going? Makubex! Where are you going, Makubex? Makubex! Makubex! Where am I?
A pharmacy. I'm told this guy named Gen runs the place.
Gen, I see.
I found you lying there unconscious outside of that strange room. You're with them, with Makubex's group. Isn't that right?
If you knew that, then why?
Well, if I left a pretty girl like you lying alone like that here in the Limitless Fortress, there's no telling what awful things might happen to you, is there?
Thank you very much. You're a kind person.
Not really. I just hate men who are scum.
Sister.
Huh?
Is that you, sister?
Jubei, you're alive!
Just barely, but yeah.
But Jubei, what's wrong with your eyes?
I threw flying needles at vital points all over my body. Maybe it's the fact that they were black needles that did this to my eyes. The real question is, why am I still alive at all?
What a stupid thing to do!
Sister, it looks like Makubex intends to force the god of the Limitless Fortress to flip the switch.
But Jubei, no, it can't be.
We made Makubex shoulder the entire burden on his own. If all that pressure caused him to make a mistake...
Oh, Jubei.
You're close to Makubex, so maybe you can tell us where he's been getting his data from. He's collected an enormous amount.
Makubex told me he's been hacking his way into the databank at the heart of Babylon City.
Just as I thought, the archive.
What do you mean, Grandpa?
Makubex developed the theories behind his virtual realities from data he gleaned from the archive.
He said that they were different from regular VRs that use 3D imaging and stereo sound, that they were built on a totally new theory. What's this?
A plan of the intelligent building at the core of the Limitless Fortress. The one that was abandoned before its completion, Babylon Tower. Perhaps you can understand what this is all about.
Did you say Babylon Tower? What does this mean? This is completely different from the present-day Limitless Fortress, down to the most basic structure. Why is something like this? Oh no. No, it can't be.
Okay, old man, I want to know what's going on here. What are you up to? And hey, who exactly are you anyway?
Me? I'm the root of all evil in this place. I'm the one who raised Makubex. I ended up leading him down the wrong path. The path of a solitary despot.
Sister, wait. I'm going with you.
No, in the condition you're in, you shouldn't be going anywhere right now.
We have no choice. We've got to go. Before things become irreparable. I have to stop Makubex, even if it kills me.
You're a real samurai, aren't you? I don't know what's going on here, but I've got to see my job all the way through to the end, too.
Sister.
I'm ready when you are, Jubei. If I know Makubex, he's waiting patiently for our arrival.
Why? Why does everyone...
Ren, you're going with them won't help anything. I hope you know that.
Yeah, I know that, but still.
Who would ever have guessed there'd be this many people who couldn't abandon you? Please, Makubex, see this. There is a way to end this fight without anyone having to be the winner or the loser.
We're really pathetic. I mean, can anyone tell me why we're still alive? It's a complete and utter mystery to me.
So, are all these guys really just virtual opponents? I can't stop thinking of them as living people.
Yeah, I know just what you mean. When I summoned my birds and beast semblance during the fight and used my ears to scan the battlefield, I knew it was just a big empty room and nothing more. But that's not what's going on with these guys. They're exactly like real people.
Huh?
Obviously, these guys must be virtual too.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's me over there. I wonder if this really is the Day of Reckoning. What do you think, Shido? Mr. Kazuki? You gotta be kidding me.
I thought you had the market cornered on jokes, Emishi.
Yeah. Well, let's fire up the butt-kicking machine again.
Unless I'm mistaken, Makubex should be right on the other side of that door.
Okay, let's go!
Hiya. Kyoji Kagami, wasn't it? Hello again. Nice to see you.
I don't believe this. The wound Sumiko and I gave that jerk completely healed already. There's not a drop of blood left on him. What the hell is going on?
Wow, who'd have thought there'd be a whole 4 people left? This is a surprise. But on the other hand, it's also a bit of a shame when you think about it.
What do you mean it's a shame?
I mean that everything is going according to Makubex's calculations.
I hate to admit it, but that boy wonder is absolutely right.
You're quite an odd person, you know that? Why is someone like you, someone from the high floors, from Babylon City, following a single little boy from the lower floors and carrying out his every whim?
I told you before, I'm observing.
Why, you... Bon?
Assuming everything goes according to Makubex's calculations, you four are the only ones who will make it here. Shido Fuyuki, Threadmaster Kazuki, and that traitor Haruki Emishi are all in battle with his legions of virtual soldiers.
Battle with his soldiers and what?
Huh? Shido, Kazuki, Emishi, you're all here!
Looks like the calculations have started to go haywire, haven't they? Now if you value that life of yours, you'll get out of our way, you pretentious bastard, and watch our battle with Makubex from the nosebleed seats. Count yourself lucky. You finally get to see what the Get-Backers can really do!
How interesting. This part certainly wasn't included in Makubex's calculations. I'm not sure whether that was simply a careless mistake on his part, or a sign that a different outcome has been prepared for us than he expected. But it looks like there are still a few things left for me to observe before I'm through. Now, you may go on in. Makubex is waiting for you on the other side of this door.
Hey, Ginji.
Huh?
You realize that the second we open this door, there's no turning back anymore, don't you?
Then let's go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
How did they manage to get all the way here? Could all those calculations of yours have been mistaken? Or maybe this was exactly what you wanted all along. Eh, Makubex? Something tells me I ought to take my own sweet time with all this and observe the final outcome closely. Life is so interesting sometimes.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I've been expecting you.
What is this room?
Another one of your VRs, huh?
Makubex. So you've come at last, Mr. Ginji. I have to tell you, I never thought I'd see you again like this.
Me neither, to tell you the truth. Please, Makubex, you've got to give the ill back! It's our job to recover it and take it back with us!
Oh, really?
Don't play games with us, you little brat! We're telling you to give back the fuse to that atom bomb you've been secretly building!
Now that I just can't do.
Huh? What did you say, you little psycho? Makubex, you're making a serious mistake. There's got to be another way for you to achieve the freedom you want so much. You don't need the ill. We'll help you. We'll do whatever we can.
You're as good-natured and reasonable as always, aren't you, Kazuki? But you must be joking. Do you really think you can persuade me to change my mind now?
Makubex! Stop it now! I can't watch this. It's way too painful. You're too smart for all this nonsense. There are things in this world that you're better off not trying to understand. Both here in the Limitless Fortress and in the outside world.
But you see, Shido, there is no world outside. At least not for me. Everything is here. My entire past, and and my entire future.
When we were in the vaults, you were the one who wanted to leave most of all, don't you remember? So why the big change now?
So there's actually a whole wide world outside the Limitless Fortress? I wonder what it's like to live out there. Hey, Shido and Kazuki, you guys came from the outside, you know all about it, right?
Yes. I grew up out there, but I wouldn't exactly call myself an expert on the topic.
And make no mistake, the outside world has its share of harshness and ugliness too, Makubex. It's not all rainbows and roses, you know.
But I still want to see it, with my own eyes. Hey, you want to see it too, Mr. Genji? Someday, let's go see it together, you and me. It's a promise, okay? I just wanted to know as much as I could about the worlds inside and outside the Limitless Fortress. I wanted to understand everything there is. And now I'm finally wrapping my hands around the truth.
All right, Makubex. Tell me something. When exactly were you planning on acting like a real leader? Whether you understand it or not, we believed in you. No, we still believe. Jubei and Miss Sakura too. We're worried about you. Can't you get that through your genius-sized skull? Listen to me!
I hate to interrupt this stroll down Heartbreak Lane, but our job is to recover the ill, remember? These attempts at reasoning are pointless and unnecessary. Let's do what we came here to do.
Wait, Akabane.
Give me one good reason why, Genji, and please don't tell me you intend to solve this matter through conversation, because I've just about reached my limit.
I'll fight him myself.
Do what you want, Genji. I'll make sure no one gets in your way.
Then I suppose we have no choice.
I'm coming up there to stop you, Makubex.
Come on then, Genji Amano.
He's so fast! I've seen better! He blocked it?
No, that settles it.
You just electrocuted your friends, you big dork!
No, you got it all wrong. That wasn't me, I promise.
Actually, your colleagues are right, Genji. That was the attack you tried to use on me.
What?
Your attacks are all useless. Ever since the 7 of you entered this room, you've been under my complete control. You see, this place is my womb.
What's going on?
Gross! What is this stuff?
Another virtual reality? Why don't you give it a rest, you little loser?
Virtual reality?
Kazu, no!
Wow, look at the great Threadmaster Kazuki. He can barely manage to stand up straight anymore.
What the hell's going on here?
Quite real, isn't it? It doesn't seem like a fabrication at all.
The walls are all warm and sticky.
Now do you understand what I mean when I say this is my womb?
You've got a perverted imagination, kid.
Is this really virtual? Seems to me like it's gotta be the real thing.
Reality or virtual reality? The line between the two just keeps getting fuzzier. If you can reach out your hand and touch what you see right in front of you, don't you start to wonder if there's any difference at all? Perhaps everything that ever existed is only part of a single night's dream in a single being's mind. That includes all of you. And me too.
Makubex. You're hurting, aren't you, Makubex? So much so that you just want to disappear?
Hurting, you say?
I can't possibly understand how difficult it's been for you. But I feel it. I feel your suffering. Come on, Makubex, let's fight! That's what you really want to do, isn't it?
Well, you shouldn't have too much power left inside your body at this point. Not enough to become the Lightning Emperor, anyway. Do you still think you can win? Inside my womb, where my will rules?
I'll beat you.
Gin!
Shut up and watch what happens, monkey boy. This is going to be the final fight. Whatever you do, Genji, don't bring disgrace down on the good get-backer's name. I'll kick your butt myself.
Don't worry. Leave everything to me. Ready or not, here I come.
Burst open.
Out of the way, snake for brains.
I told you to shut up and watch.
At this rate, Genji will lose.
Genji has been chosen as Makubex's opponent, pal. Don't interfere.
This business again. If you keep up this ridiculous posturing of yours much longer, you'll end up losing your precious partner for good.
If that happens, you can't blame me.
Aren't you supposed to be his friend? Jeez, you're cold.
That's not it, Emishi. Ban here believes in Mr. Genji with all his big heart.
Do you still believe you can beat me, Genji Amino?
I will beat you.
I see. The Lightning Emperor, huh?
I'll win. I'll win. For your sake as well as mine.
I've been afraid a day like this would come. For so long I've been afraid. Ever since I took in that baby. There.
Grandpa, look! Something funny just came up. Look!
Huh? All right, show me.
This is...
Grandpa?
Exactly where did you find this, my boy?
It looked neat, so I tried unlocking it and it just came up.
This boy may be a child of the Limitless Fortress.
Look, Grandpa, look! I'm going to be with the Lightning Emperor. I'm going to join the Volts.
You're what?
I already made up my mind, so you can't stop me. From now on, I'm going to use this power of mine to help Mr. Genji.
Perhaps I thought the crime I committed would be forgiven if I raised that boy. How did it end up like this? Is this inescapable destiny at work? Makubex, what you're trying to do is too reckless. The god of the Limitless Fortress will never accept the deal. And when he refuses, what will you do? Commit a crime you can never take back? Like me? No. Perhaps they can stop this chain of events before it reaches the point of no return.
Are you sure this is the right way? Makubex is down this hall?
Uh-huh. We're almost there, I promise.
We've got to hurry, sister. The battle has already begun.
Jubei!
I'll be all right.
How can you go when every step is killing you? That Makubex, he rules the Limitless Fortress through fear. He sacrificed you guys like pawns in a chess game.
Please try to understand, Ren. We believe in Makubex. More than anyone else, we want to believe that he can get through this. that his true heart will finally show itself.
You mean...
He's suffering at least as much as we are. We're doing this because we know that.
If that's true, then why is he doing this?
We've got to find him if we ever want to answer that question.
I don't understand you. Mr. Kazuki and the others were badly wounded too.
I know, Ren. A bunch of limping warriors like us will probably be of little use to anyone, assuming we make it there at all. But there's nothing we can do other than see this thing through to the end, right?
Right.
Let's go.
Makubex told us before, we're in his secret lair now, so we're all subject to fighting by his rules. But Mr. Genji has matched Makubex attack for attack so far. How can that be?
Genji knows better than anyone else the way fights work in here. He's gonna do just fine.
The way fights work in here?
For a guy called Threadmaster Kazuki, you're surprisingly dense. Remember what they called Genji? They called him the ruler of Lower Town here in the Limitless Fortress. And it wasn't because of his haphazard power as the Lightning Emperor either.
No. He always had this mysterious charm about him. I didn't need to join up with him. I had my own gang. And Shido was always happiest being alone. Yet we were both drawn to Genji, along with all kinds of other people. He had a mystique about him that made him seem like the Messiah. It wasn't just his strength. It was like for some reason things just went the way he wanted them to. Are you telling me?
Exactly. I don't think he's doing it intentionally, if you know what I mean.
In other words, Makubex isn't the only one in this room capable of creating these virtual reality enchantments. Genji has the power to do precisely the same thing.
That's just what I'm saying. It's all a part of his natural abilities. It also explains how he's been generating those super powerful electromagnetic waves.
What are you talking about?
I wonder if everything we've seen here, everything in the Limitless Fortress, is real or only an illusion. You guys have seen just as many strange things as I have. Weird phenomena you couldn't even imagine on the outside happen here like it was nothing. And inhuman monsters pop up all over the place every step you take. In the Limitless Fortress, wounds heal with unbelievable speed, and powers are enhanced 100-fold. But did any of that stuff actually happen to any of us? I don't know what kind of setup this is. The bastard who's running this place, the god of the Limitless Fortress, or whoever, is producing electromagnetic waves of some kind that make our brains perceive a virtual world that's indistinguishable from reality.
So that's the answer to the mystery of the Limitless Fortress?
Whoa! Hold on a second, pal.
So then, the things happening here inside the Limitless Fortress...
What we call the inside of the Limitless Fortress is actually a partially virtual space, where reality and VR mingle freely. That Makubex bastard created his own mother system to do one thing: manipulate the same virtual realities this place is built on. And this strange space we're in now is one of those realities.
But what about the fact that Mr. Genji is more than holding his own against Makubex, who's commanding the very place they're fighting in?
Here, if Genji wants something strongly enough, it will become reality. Of course, he doesn't experience it with that kind of complicated reasoning. Genji just feels it in his heart, that's all. And that's also where he feels how dangerous it all is. Do you get it now? It isn't that Genji abandoned all of you guys and left the Limitless Fortress. The truth is, he was uncertain about whether he should even be here in the first place. What are you doing standing there, Lightning Boy? You still want to go at it? You put on a real show just now, didn't you? This isn't just a battlefield. This is the place where you live. Pull your punches a little, why don't you?
I can't.
Huh?
It's because when I become the Lightning Emperor, my mind goes blank. And then after everything is finally over, that's when I start to notice what I've done. My power will never run out. As long as I'm here in the Limitless Fortress. And I'll just keep losing my real self more and more. And one day the time will come when I completely transform into the Lightning Emperor. Lightning Emperor and leader of the Volts. It's my job to protect everyone. I want to protect everyone so much. But I can't.
If it's eating you up inside that much, why don't you just leave? You can just leave this place. Even if he didn't understand it with his head, he knew in his heart. He knew the effects his powers had on the Limitless Fortress. That his was an awesome power. It was neither good nor evil. And that someday might make this whole place come tumbling down. So Genji had to leave this place. To protect you guys.
Mr. Genji.
Damn it, why didn't you tell us this sooner?
What the hell were we all thinking, making Genji have to be the enemy?
Okay then, you guys. Why not tell the boy what Ban just told us? This is all happening because of a misunderstanding, right?
We don't know whether or not they can even hear us now.
No, this thing ends now. It's over. Huh?
Makubex is
disappearing.
He tricked us. Damn, you sure pulled the wool over our eyes, Makubex, you bastard.
So that means...
everything up until now was only virtual.
That's the real Makubex over there. Without any more illusions to hide behind.
Makubex! I'm afraid I win, Mr. Genji. The atom bomb is finally complete.
Very interesting. So this little charade of yours bought you just enough time to finish off your after-school bomb-building project, eh?
What a shame for you.